ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. My name is IceColeBrew. I'm going to be your broadcaster and commentator for this evening, folks. This is a quick hot pickup coming in for the Kyohaku Rocket League Series. This is going to be a best of 7 Division C quarterfinals for the playoffs. And of course, we have a fantastic matchup coming at you hot and ready. We're going to have Scarlet Daggers up against Not Moist. Scarlet Daggers currently rocking a 5-1. And because of the way the bracket works, they got a bye going into this quarterfinals. And then we have Not Moist, who are currently 3-3 through the regular season, able to stand up and above Rogue Amigos 4-2 last week in a best of 7 matchup. Folks, it's going to be about C3, GC1, about 1350 to 1500 on the skill level. So with that in mind, folks, I don't know about you, but I am ready to get this ball rolling here. So let me go ahead and send these teams in. As we get these teams ready to play, folks, I'm going to go ahead and hear your thoughts on who's going to take this action and take the first series here, because both these teams are highly competitive, very ready to play, and impressive on the field. As we get started here, we're going to go ahead and just send that one off and away with Miss Joe representing Not Moist over in the orange, along with Alex the One and ZHQD, Zod. I'm going to assume that's Zod. Meanwhile, over in the blue, we got Arturs, Bry, and I believe the last person was, pardon me folks, Lil Uzi Squirt. Of course, some people may insult me for putting them Scarlet Daggers on the blue side, and you know what, that is fair. I did pick this up last minute. Whenever they give me the standings, I just look at team left, team right, and that's how it goes. Now, of course, this is a 3v3 as always, which has been the typical mode of operation here for every league I've been covering so far. I haven't really covered a lot of twos, more I think about it, and two's is my preferred mode, but you can see a lot of rotations. You can see some mechanical prowess in these teams too. They've been playing fairly strongly throughout the season, if I remember correctly. In fact, game-wise, only losing 1 series, but losing 6 games total. It's going to be Lil Uzi Squirt with the carry, able to get a final pop at the front door, directly in front of Alex the One, who gets denied just a bit too early on that counter. He's gonna go to Lil Uzi Squirt for that first goal. Folks, I do want to take some time to remind you, if you are watching this live on Twitch, there will be another match in approximately 3 hours before a different league entirely. Zod's going to send her this ball. No one's going to be around to react quick enough. I spoke too soon. Miss Joe, Miss Jose, able to rise out of the fog, confuses and perplexes all turds and Bry's and Lil Uzi Squirt, who does a little backflip in frustration trying to catch that ball. Fantastic start for both these teams, really. You see a little bit less intimidation, but being in a best of 7, you have to imagine they're trying to see what works best. So far, it's been the solo play from Lil Uzi. Missed connection on that pass. Popguesser here cheering on Not Moist. First demo on the pitch from Lil Uzi. Won't be able to pick up this one though. Alters taking flight, gonna have to force it into the corner. Going back to these teams' performance in the season, Scarlet Daggers, very impressive, went 14-6 out of all 20 games, only losing 6, only losing 1 series overall throughout the Swiss play. Meanwhile, Not Moist went 3-3 and perfectly down the middle, 11-11. Probably trying to just see if they can 50-50 here, as we see a double commit on the side of Scarlet Daggers. Hang me enough though, Zod. Carries this ball up high as Miss Jose, just the last one back, missed. Will send this one back towards the orange side. Alex the One will be the one to take the lead. Just finds that open angle. Look at this gap in the defense as well. Bry and Lil Uzi Squirt, just a little bit of miscommunication, as there is that chance, that opportunity for them to recover the ball for Alter, and instead Lil Uzi Squirt's just caught on that sidewall, already passing the half-court line, a bit too late, a bit too slow to help recover. Great court vision on Alex the One to find that shot and then bang it home. And this is probably where Not Moist probably does best, just finding these openings right now. Taking advantage of the confusion, like the boost steal from Zod. And Popguesser, you might be able to help me out on this. ZHQD, is that just Zod? I just want to make sure, because we don't get pronunciation guides here, and I picked up this match about 30 minutes ago. as Alex the One's going to pick up the second demo of the series, this time on Lil Uzi Squirt, who I think demoed him earlier. Big pinch out from Not Moist. Sends this ball up, down, and around. Ball dropped down. It's going to instead follow through over to the side. Uzi trying to fight for the 50. Oh, a little bit of anxiety on the side of Scarlet Daggers. Zod not going to be able to send this ball around and in. A little bit more frustrating for them. Lil Uzi Squirt with the demo back pass to Arturs. It's not going to be fast enough. Arturs also low on boost as well. And just looking at how many pads are on the field, I think it's just rotation here, not boost management at the problem. It feels like they're not picking up the boost where they need to on the side of Scarlet Daggers. As missed, will miss on that touch. Instead, ball trying to pop back. Alex the One sets up for center, gets a bump on Bry, but it's not going to be enough to help out at the end of the day. So it's going to be Zod stepping back. Alex the One, big 50 off the corner, down to Uzi. Back to Arturs, over to Mist. Upfield to Zod, not going to be enough. Bry with the cutoff. Center to Uzi. Cut down by Alex the One, who will not allow them one more goal at this moment. Zod taking flight on the ceiling, goes for the ground pinch. Down low, Bry though plays it nice and patient. Picks up the save, picks up that defense. Corner slot from Alex, cut off by Arturs, missed. Can't go up for the double tap. It's forced to just put it on the backboard and see it get cleared all the way back to their side. We have 32 seconds left to go. Not enough in this moment on that offensive drive. It's actually going to head back to Bry, forced to 50. There's a chance here with that ball bouncing out of the side. Uzi a little bit too early on the touch, forced that ball back. Bry forced to put it on the backboard, hoping to clear it out, buy some time. Again, pay attention to how Not Moist is stealing the boost out from underneath Scarlet Daggers. They may be swift, they are not quick enough when their momentum is taken out from underneath them. Lil Uzi, big 50, not enough. Once again, Bry's gonna fire. That's on target towards net. That's gonna be right down the center. It's gonna be an equalizing goal from Bry for Scarlet Daggers. Able to find a chance. Sneaks one in there fairly well, and now we have a 0-second goal. Usually pronounced shadow, I think. Zod's VHQD is pronounced shadow. Okay, I guess I'm just going to call him Shadow. Incredible 0-second goal coming out from Bry. Bit of anxiety coming out from the side of Not Moist. Big booming clear. Alex the One has to defend here. Able to ace that ball behind him in a very elegant way, but it's not going to be enough. Open net opportunity. Oh, that's going to be an own goal from the Shadow. Dark day for Not Moist, who will end up giving a goal to their competition. You know, I called out that gap in the defense early on over against Scarlet Daggers, and now we saw that gap in the defense, this time on the side of Not Moist. And that's got to be frustrating for them, as we have one player who's going to change their preset. We're going to switch over to me real quick so you can see my beautiful face. But folks, fantastic setup overall. And a great starting game too for both these teams, really setting that tone. We saw an impressive drive from Lil Uzi, and then it went back to Alex the One, who picked up a great goal. From there, we had this little back and forth between Miss Jose and Shadow as well, but at the end of the day, it's just Scarlet Daggers with the dagger sending that, actually having the traitorous dagger coming out from Shadow in order to set that one up. But game one going in favor of Scarlet Daggers. Just gotta shake it off, Shadow, and move on with your life. Sadly, gonna be a bit of a tough matchup here as we wait for one player to come back into the lobby. I think they are also changing their preset at the moment. Well, during this interim, folks, I do want to go ahead and give a shout out to the music you are hearing. This is from Christopher Escalante, !track in the chat if you are listening. If not, it will be down in the VOD below. Christopher Escalante is also available for commissions and has done a fantastic job of setting up all this music. And now going into game two, the music will be cut off, and now we will hear just the motion and the jumps of rockets and boosts bouncing back and forth. Auteur doesn't get the correct read on this play. Now scrambling for the boost. It's going to be Alex the One. Sets it up for a center. Goes for a double tap on target. Won't be able to go through. Lil Uzi will get a little burst of speed, sending that ball off and away. Shadow, controlled touch. Playing it against a 1v2. Not going to be enough. As we see, Scarlet Daggers are currently fixing a bit of their rotations here. Able to cut off at the very end. Another shot from Shadow, not going to go through. Instead, back pass over to Alex. Alex contest control. Set up from Mist. Won't be able to find it though. Alex puts it a bit too far away. Bump on Uzi. Trying to jam him up in that side of the wall. Alex towards center, over to Shadow. Uzi once again. Great denial. Shuts him down, sets him up for another offensive drive. Ball over to the center. Shadow's got to get up. Cuts off Alter's shot. Now, Mist off the left post. Oh, but Uzi is waiting for it. Great read from Uzi. Smart 50 as well. Is going to buy some time. Keeps it off and away. Alters looks for the power. Gets it past one. Powerful shot off the side of the wall. Pass from Bry goes down to Alters. Miss Jose tries to catch a breeze, catch a piece of that ball, but instead fades right through and be gone with the wind. 91 seconds gone by. First goal once again going to Scarlet Daggers. This is how it happened for Not Moist in game 2, and at the end of the day, Scarlet Daggers were able to get a victory, albeit with a bit of help from their opposition. With that in mind, I'd still like that they are trying to approach Scarlet Daggers by cutting their momentum, taking as much boost as they can off of them. However, the issue right now has been their accuracy. It feels like all their touches, all their shots have been very predictable. It feels like they can't really find an opening. Sometimes in these situations you can find a bump. Sometimes you just need to make sure there's someone there to help out. Ball will roll through. Missed Jose. Shadow with the connection. Able to drop that ball up and around, and you know what? There is that little bit of confusion, that little bit of unexpected behavior, because they did not anticipate that ball going up that high on the side of Scarlet Daggers. And now with that, barely 2 minutes gone by, 2 minutes 15, and we are back to an equal ball game. If this is going to be a repeat of last game, Not Moist is going to find a second goal here before Scarlet Daggers can find their second. And I imagine it's going to come off of an open net opportunity for Alex, the one who's trying to find a back pass to Miss Jose, but instead has to play for his life, avoiding Bry. Alex once again off to the corner, trying to get control of the possession. With 2v2 on the field, it's not going to be enough at the moment. So Alex, the one, sends it down center. No one's going to be there fast enough. Shadow comes back from the grave. Will miss out on the ball, but not on the boost. Picking up some of that delicious Sunny D. Ooh, back pass from Bry over to Uzi. All part of the game plan, apparently. Still keeping it under control. Alex, last one back. Forced to put that ball over to the opposite side. I like the look, but sadly there's so many bodies in the way over there. It would have made it really difficult for Shadow to find that connection. So instead, you see them scrumming for position once again off the center. Missed Jose off to the corner. Won't find it. Back pass to Shadow. Might be able to find it here, but Shadow can't get the read. Instead, ball on target. Soft touch down to the far post. Soft touch near post. Not going to be enough for Bry to come in to challenge. Alex will send out and away. Anticipate someone taking that corner boost, but will forego it. Powerful flick from Uzi. Over to Shadow. Alex will take out Uzi once again. Bry goes with the counter touch out to the corner. Missed Jose, 60 seconds left to go. Uzi with a soft lob. That's going to be high backboard. That's going to go in. Solo play for himself. He had the friend to help, but the glory goes to Lil Uzi Squirt at the end of the day. Goes for the counter touch and negative angle. Drops it down right in front of Alex. A little bit of help on that side. I believe that was Alter in the air with them. Missed Jose. No boost in the tank. Shadow comes in to help out, but instead causes confusion. If it's anything like last game, we may get a 0-second goal. from Not Moist this time. If we get back-to-back 0-second goals from opposing teams, that would be very impressive. The icing on the cake would be an own goal from Scarlet Daggers to repay the favor from game 1. Jose, big boom and clear, trying to find connection to Alex. Shadow is playing the left side, waiting for the touch. Down center, is anyone going to be able to pick this one up? No. Bry sends it off and away. Over to Jose. Jose! There is no way for Jose to find that touch. Instead, down center. Shadow, big boom and clear. Is that an opening? Is that an open net? Shadow will find the equalizing goal, brings it to 2-2. Alters flounders on the touch, and we have nothing but his vision as he sees the ball he gave the last touch to before Shadow bangs it home. Now with 9 seconds left, this is an opportunity for either team to find a 0-second goal. Uzi sends it down center, tries to get the bump on Shadow, not gonna be enough. Alters on the backboard, Shadow drops it down low. Dangerous territory, but will not be enough. We did not get that 0-second goal in game 2. However, we did find that gap in the rotation once again, especially after a mistouch from one of the Scarlet Daggers players, and that led to the tie game we see right now as Shadow's going to upfield it to Alex. Alex, redirect off left side, not enough to put momentum behind it. Going to leave it alone, takes the boost off the sidewall. Alters booming it upfield, gonna have to give up possession on this. Uzi, big touch. Oh, that might be a mistake. That ball's on target. It hits the post. It's out of the way. It's off the corner, and they are screaming. There is something wrong with these Daggers. Might be a little bit rusted, honestly. Not Moist. Trying to keep it nice and dry on the side of their pitch. Trying to prevent any easy goal for Scarlet Daggers. Nice 50 from Uzi. Gets that possession right back to Bry, and now is looking to clear out the back line, but won't be able to do so. Alex misses touch, but it's going to be Shadow coming out from the shadows, but won't be able to find a shot here. This is lasting longer than before. Shadow's got to get this touch and now has to get back in position once again. Can Jose get the clear? No. Alex, big boom and clear. There's an opening here. There's an opportunity here. Alex will be the one to bring the series back to 1-1. As far as I am concerned, folks, we never played a game 1. We never played a game 2. We are heading into a best of 5. Not Moist taking game 2. With that, we all head over to Sovereign Heights, one of my favorite maps to go on. And it is an ongoing story for the folks over at Scarlet Daggers. They seem to consistently have that issue where they get so anxious about keeping that pressure, maintaining that forward momentum in front of that third of their opposition, right in front of their net, that they forget that Not Moist also likes to boom and clear as well. And these booming shots have countered them twice. One off of a mistouch and one off of a shot they should have had, but all three of them were up in that forward third. Working on that coverage, covering that rotation, they need to be able to cover that back half. They need to have someone able to drive back and at least be near the half court line facing their net that they need to defend in order to be able to have a chance to get that save, because that boom and clear, that Hail Mary, was just slow enough to where it could be caught up if there was someone in that middle third of the field. But now going into game 3, series tied 1-1. Both teams with a similar scoreline, similar goal differential. Game 1 going 3-2 in favor of Scarlet Daggers. Game 2 going 2-3 in favor of Not Moist. Jose will find no way to get the bump on Bry. Forcing Alters to come in to clear up, though. That momentum is slowed down temporarily. I imagine the discussion point from the team over on Scarlet Daggers is just covering that backfield, making sure there's not a gap in their defense. Don't get caught out and make sure your touches are nice, crisp, and clean. Meanwhile, on the side of Not Moist, what they need to work on as well is trying to find coverage. Ball rattling around the rim. Alex the One will pick up the first goal here. First time this team has picked up the first goal in a match as well. Just a bit of confusion on that back line. just a bit of unexpected behavior. That ball rattling around the crossbar as well would be enough to frustrate any team. But now we have an opportunity for the equalizing goal. Shadow with the clear, sends it down to the corner. Missed Jose. Gonna try and center this ball for someone. Will instead be punished heavily by Bry. Ball up high. Lil Uzi won't be able to pick this one up. Shadow off target. Miss, keeping it onto that backboard. You can imagine the frustration for Not Moist whenever they give up a goal. Typically, it's a bit of the same story where the backline is uncovered, but also sometimes it's just not seeing the passing lanes. It's sometimes getting caught up in each other, just tangled in the same rotation. And also just not being in the right place to try to save the ball. Sometimes, I get it though, it's a if you can, you can, if you can't, you can't sort of situation. We're about to hit the 2-minute mark here with the first goal going in favor of Not Moist. And honestly, if I were them, I would just focus on defending that half, try to pay attention to these demos coming at them, try to cut off and prevent the easy possessions on the side of Scarlet Daggers, just like Shadow did, cutting off Lil Uzi. While they did not start their offensive run, they were still able to slow down that momentum. Ooh, Shadow a bit too fast. Jose doesn't have the speed or momentum. Ball towards the center. No one's going to be able to pick this one up, though. Across the net, Bry was just a bit late. Had to just go for the control. Alex gets out 50'd. Jose, no boost, no dreams coming his way at the moment. Ball on target. Bry will get out 50 by Jose, and I believe that was Shadow on the touch as well. Low boost on the side of Not Moist as we can pay attention here. You can see Scarlet Daggers full boost the entire time. Defensively, Not Moist played that very well considering they had low boost, and Shadow will pop out from behind the ball and get the dunk on Bry. Bry trying to put it right back towards Alters, but it's not going to be enough. 2-goal lead in favor of Not Moist now. Satisfying play coming out of Not Moist at the moment. Able to dunk, able to take control and possession, trying to prevent shots left and right. 3 minutes have gone by. And so far, Scarlet Daggers aren't really finding these opportunities they had back in Game 1 and Game 2. Feels a little bit of the frustrations coming out on them. Lil Uzi hasn't been able to find his shots. Was anticipating the touch from Jose, who will miss, and instead forcing his team to have to recover. Uzi has the mechanical prowess and control to find these shots for the team, to set each other up. However, he's also trying to outplay the opposition as well. You see him attempting going for the bump on Alex 1, but not committing the entire time. Ball popped up high. It's going on the backboard. Shadow will get the clear here. Bry was hoping for the whiff. On the backboard, Bry rises up. Soft touch. Corner post once more. Not enough. 70 seconds left. We're looking for an answer from Scarlet Daggers, who have not been able to find a goal in the past 4 minutes now. 6 if we count OT from the previous game. Alters almost performing a shadow on that one. 50 seconds left. Shadow. Top shelf is going to hit it off the backboard. Tries to get the bump. Instead, ball will be carried away. Jose sends it down. Bry with the whiff on the demo play. Not a lot of action in this one. Some soft touches here and there, but Not Moist going to have the insurance policy here. Wait, Lil Uzi on the backboard looking for an opening. Over to Bry. Spoke too soon. Caster cursed myself into existence. Lil Uzi, powerful backboard pass, allows Bry that opportunity to read the ball, puts it right over the hood of Alex the One. 26 seconds left. Once again, I am reminiscent of Game 1 where we were in this position. We saw a 0-second goal come out from Lil Uzi. Alters fires down center. Alex going to try and keep this ball on that blue side. Wants to keep it alive. Gets that demo on Alters. Jose, big clear out. Uzi might have the boost. High pop up on the backboard. No one's there though. Bry was on the opposite side of the ball. Ball's going to come down. Not Moist will take game 3. Taking the advantage here. That'll be a close one. I believed in little Uzi in that moment. I thought he was going to take that ball off and away. But it was up too high. He was trying to find that pass. Instead, all he found at the end of the day was just the ground. Out shooting Not Moist by only one shot as well. I mean, Scarlet Daggers out shooting Not Moist by one shot too. That kind of shows that aggression from both of these teams and how they've been able to play with each other against each other. This one was a bit more quiet, not as many close shots for Scarlet Daggers, but they're building up to something. They realized that the plan from game 1 did not work. They tried something different here in game 3. So ideally, what we're going to see coming up is a different game plan for Scarlet Daggers. I think Lil Uzi is going to be the main striker for the team. He has that mechanical prowess. He has that knowledge on how to play. Alters is going to set up. Bry is going to be there for the cleanup. This is the question, though, on how these teams can play is, will they be able to execute in the way Not Moist has been able to find their path, as Alex the One will set that tempo with the demo. Ball on target. Ooh, Lil Uzi will be taken out, and Shadow with the clear. That net was open, but no one was home to send that ball in. Sadly, you're going to see that ball boom back over to the orange side of the pitch. Very explosive start to this game 1, and yet there was no conclusion here. Ball onto the side. Missed Jose, sets it up. Ball over to the opposite. Shadow able to find that opening. Alex sends it over to Missed Jose, who anticipates the touch from Uzi, and Shadow rises above and envelops that net in order to pick up that first goal. With that in mind, whenever they score first at this point, it's Not Moist who will set the tempo, and that's how they like to play. Scarlet Daggers struggling a little bit whenever they are down, but they're not uncomfortable. They've been able to take possession for themselves. They've been able to find these equalizing goals. However, they need to work a little bit more on this momentum. They need to work on the passing plays and anticipation. They need to not double commit in the same corner of each other. To me, whenever I see teams do that, that speaks to frustration, that speaks to anger. And if you clear it over the net, that's even more dangerous, Bry. Ball sailing across. Jose will miss the ball. Bry sets it up. It's going to be Shadow that picks this one up. That's going to head across the top. That's on target. Uzi gives a little save off the right post. Shadow can't find it. Tries to get her around the defender, but it's going to be enough to keep this momentum on their side. Ball on target. It's going to be Alex on the backboard. Shadow once again sends it out. Jose with the demo. A little bit of a back and forth on that blue side of the pitch, and it's very uncomfortable for Scarlet Daggers at the moment. Ball across. Shadow tries to just buy time, wants to once again build up that pressure on the Scarlet Daggers, who can't get out of their sheath. Alters gets countered here. Alex will force it back into the blue corner. Uzi picks it up, booms it far and away. It's now in a 1v2. Won't be able to pick this one up. Sends it off target. Alters was waiting for the pass. Will be taken out fairly quickly. Gotta have eyes in the back of your head at this point. On both sides, if I'm being honest. Bry looks for a redirect, can't find it. A little Uzi just a bit too high. Missed Jose will find the save on the side. Ball rolling towards the net. Uzi's just gonna let it roll by. Unfortunate break here. Just all caught in the same corner, trying to find that pressure, trying to see if they can find a crack in the wall, but sadly, they left the portcullis open. Scarlet Daggers will once again be down by 2 as we go past the halfway mark. And it looks like Not Moist are going to try and find that match point here, as we're 130 seconds away from the end of this game 4. Shadow carrying it across. No one's able to take advantage. Alters high backboard. Jose will whiff. Oh, Uzi's a bit too far back. Goes into counter. Left side. Alters with the chance. Ball across. Bry's going to go into counter. Uzi's going to steal the boost. Jose's going to be on a goose egg. It's out in the Midwest, no gas station in sight, but will fortunately have the lift from Alex the One, and Shadow will airlift him some support by clearing that ball away. Great to call AAA, especially if that person is Shadow who is running it. Ball around the corner, 90 seconds left to go. Last time we were here, we saw one more goal coming out for the side of Scarlet Daggers. They're bringing it in close. That ball's in front of the net. A little Uzi top shelf. One more chance, one more time. No, not enough. It's going to clear far and away. 75 seconds left to go, and it's going to be a 3-goal lead in favor of Not Moist. Just a big boom and clear all the way out to the net. They had that pressure building up. They were at the front door, and then they found the loose bit of gravel that sent him screaming over the edge, while Alex the One took it nice and easy, driving that ball into their net. 70 seconds left. Trying to find a chance. Scarlet Daggers looking to find an opening. Oh, bit of a miss on the rotation. Good idea, poor execution, sadly. With both teammates playing in the same quadrant, same area, you cannot allow yourself to make mistakes. Uzi got caught in the wrong position, and Bry went up to challenge because Uzi wasn't going to get back in time, and instead it forced an awkward position out of both teammates here. 4-goal lead for Not Moist. Not Moist looking to move on to semifinals. As that ball gets dropped down on the half-court line, it's going to be Shadow picking this one up. Sends it right back down. Jose on target. Alters with the pickup, facing against Alex the One. There's not a lot of time to pick up a lead here. There is time to at least start that momentum for the next game. You still have a chance here. They're just on match point. That's not much, as Shadow is going to fire and send that ball in. Smart low 50 play, and then just takes advantage. Calls off Jose quickly. Gets a high flick on the top shelf. Nice little bit of ones gameplay there. With a 5-goal lead, that is going to set Not Moist on match point with 20 seconds left to go. Not much else to say. I feel like Scarlet Daggers outplayed themselves quite often here. They were caught trying to build up pressure. They're trying to force that wall to bend, and instead it bounced back against them. And that has to be frustrating, especially as Alters trying to find that redirect option here. As the Twitch stream goes into, I hope they do. I'm making sure they know it's best of 7. All right. Okay, cool. It looks like we're just having a preset change. I got scared for a second. All right, folks, we're gonna head over to Manfield Night. It's a tough matchup. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Not Moist. Sorry, just chatting with them real quick. But it's a tough matchup. Like, do not get me wrong here. Not Moist has been playing so exceptionally well when they take advantage of Scarlet Daggers. Scarlet Daggers are trying to play in the forward third of their opposition. They're trying to force open a goal that isn't there, and that is costing them their defense, and that's just putting too many eggs in one basket. So with that in mind, you gotta space out a little bit more. Just if you have 2 up, let those 2 fight for that position. If you've been in the front for way too long, if you are at that front door and no one is answering whenever you knock, it's time to leave. Just leave a note and then get out of there. By leave a note, I mean steal their boost and then bounce out. Now it's match point for Not Moist. 5 minutes back up on the clock. As Alters is going to try and find a chance for the first goal here. It's going to be Bry sending off left. And now Uzi sending it down and around. Not going to be enough here. Controlled touch from Bry. Counter touch from Uzi. Once again, getting a little bit clustered in that corner, but that ball's on target. Alters won't be able to get it around that goalpost, though. That stretches out. Far corner shot off and away for a little Uzi square. Who will score here? at the 30-second mark. First goal going in favor of Scarlet Daggers. However, whenever they scored first, it's been a 50-50 on if they win, going back to game 1 and game 2. Game 2, they lost, sadly. Game 1, they took, albeit by a own goal in OT. However, having that first goal is going to be so important for that mentality, for that momentum. So what we want to see here is, again, we want Scarlet Daggers to take their time and play a little bit more defensively minded. They want to slow down a little bit, try not to get into each other's way, but also be there to help each other out. You want to play fast, but not too quickly. As Uzi's trying for the solo play, almost gets it past all 3 defenders. Bride's going to take out the Shadow, chasing after him, and then tries to come in to dunk that ball home, but it's not going to be enough. Shadow gets a demo on Uzi. Main striker taken out. We're going to need to see some options here from Alters and Bride. Ball down center. Alex just waiting. Was trying to set up a pass pinch play out of the corner, but it's not going to be enough. Soft touch from Shadow. Pull it back down and around. Alex will be countered by Bride. Uzi, look for a chance, ball down center. Ooh, not enough, bit too far off and away, but honestly, I'm not going to complain because I saw Bry rotating back in that moment. Trying to play quick, but don't play too quickly. Smart dunk from Bry. Reads the block so well against Shadow. Was chasing him down and then bangs it right back into that upper 90. Just catching it wheels down, forcing that ball to have just enough backspin to bring it back down and around, but enough to put it over your opposition. 2 goals in favor of Scarlet Daggers. They have to be proud of this performance so far. However, if people can remind me real quick, I believe I have this right. I think in game 2, Scarlet Daggers was up by 2 and Not Moist caught up at that point in time. Ball on target. Jose will not find his target here though. Shadow goes for the 50. Alex is a bit too close, has to back out. Pay attention again to the rotations of both teams. You can see Jose is already playing deep third once both of his teammates are up close in that first third. Now, if Jose was playing closer, you can imagine Alex would probably be playing a little bit further back opposite side. This way, one of them could at least recover quickly. Bry, nice center field pass over to Alters, but it's not going to be enough to find a chance to strike. So far, it's Squirt and Bry with these opportunities here. Ball up high. Uzi just off target. Goes for another. Will find the top shelf. Lil Uzi will find. If he continues to shoot at the net, eventually he will find his target. As someone who will find more shots than goals. Honestly, nothing wrong with that. Boost up that score. Keep building up that pressure. That is a good way to build pressure as well. If you can continue to fire shots, and the more shots that are closer and closer to being on target, the more awkward it is for your defensive opposition to save, the better it will be, because that provides these chances for your team to find a goal. Ball sailing across. Alters just a bit too early to pick up that phone call, sadly. Was not the winner on that contest. Bry sends it down and around. Jose fakes it out for Shadow. Not gonna be enough. Goes for the pit on Bry. Uzi, not a lot of boost either. I like Alter's touch here because it provides Bry a chance to recover. Sadly, Bry pushes a bit too far out. Ball rattling around the rim. Over the crossbar. Bry, big boom and clear off the backboard. Going back to Shadow. Shadow, not able to contain and control. Bry, smart play here. Able to counter. And now has a chance. Ball's going over to Bride. Bride's going to center it for Uzi. Uzi's going to fire. Sends it right back into that near post on the right side, away from the defense. And I love this little pass and play here. Just puts it right across the hoods of 2 defenders. Now we have a 4-goal lead. And this has been what we've been waiting for Scarlet Daggers for the past 2 games. Past 3 games, I should say. Game 2 was a close one. Alex, the one finally finding an answer here. And it's off a kickoff goal where there's just a bit of a bump and grind going on between Scarlet Daggers. Less than a minute to go. Not enough to really build up much movement for Not Moist. They are still on match point, though. They should be proud of that. I would not be surprised if they took a timeout in this next game, just to cool some of this momentum Scarlet Daggers have had. Scarlet Daggers also not calling a timeout, by the way. They still have theirs available, too. Ball across the top. Alters with the clear out. Not an easy shot. Bry is going to force this ball to the right side post. Steal the boost. Don't fall into old habits here, Scarlet. Don't fall into old habits. Bry needs to calm down, not try to force a touch here. Instead, allow his team to play off of that once he takes that boost. Taking the boost was the right move. Going up for another touch, that needs to be communicated quickly before your teammates even think of going up to challenge. Shadow, speeding along and away, tries to wall dash. Not going to be enough. Ball across. Game 5 going in favor of Scarlet Daggers. Trying to find one more goal just to have a little extra frosting on their cake. Won't be enough. Bry's going to fire it down, see if he can get a goal for Alters, but it's not going to be enough here. Still, a 4-1 victory for Scarlet Daggers. Going into game 6 now, 2-3, still on match point for Not Moist. And they've been able to outshoot them as well, too. They've figured out what they need to do, and a lot of it has been just giving each other space. That's been one of the major notes I can take away from here. They fell into old habits in that last minute, and it was almost completely taken advantage of by Not Moist. But, double checking the chat here, make sure that there is no one calling for a timeout. Perfect. But the big thing for Not Moist here is they couldn't really find the mistakes. That was probably the bigger issue we saw in Game 3 and Game 4. It was Scarlet Daggers making very visible mistakes and Not Moist capitalizing on it. Now, Not Moist needs to play in a way where they can just capitalize on their own skills and talent and game sense in order to find these goals. While Scarlet Daggers, they have the game sense, they have the mechanical prowess, they have the passing plays in mind, they just need to execute on them. Going to Forbidden Temple now, folks, we might be able to go to Champions Field. We might be able to go to Champions Field for a quarterfinals matchup here. It's going to be a tough series as we head on to Forbidden Temple. Once again, Not Moist still on match point. Scarlet Daggers winning the previous game 4-1. They have to be happy with that performance, but they cannot let it get to their head. Nice little pass and play between Bry and Uzi, but it's not going to be enough. Alex able to pick up the save. Bry losing his life in the process trying to control that ball. Ball sailing across. Alters takes out Shadow. Big boom and clear. Can Uzi get there in time? Looking for the upper 90, but Shadow is there. Hiding away from the sun and also Uzi's POV. Shadow came out from the same side, denies the shot. We're not going to get a 30-second goal this time from either team. Alters, smart pop-up. Can it get down to Bry? Alters goes for the bump on Shadow. It's not going to be enough. Alex denies the shot from Uzi. Over to Shadow once again. Alters tries to counter, but Jose is going to get the clear. Now just needs to counter here on no boost. Will miss out. Lil Uzi tries to go for the flip reset. Doesn't get enough pop. Bry off to the right post. Can't find the shot. Jose taking out Bry. Two people back. Bry's going to be the third one back now. Shadow on the ceiling. Wants to keep it away from one, but won't be able to keep it away from 2 and 3. Once again, pay attention to that rotation. Why are you both on the same side of the pitch? Trying to help each other out. I get it. But at the same time, play together. And by play together, I mean play away from each other. Bry controlling the ball, gets around one. Won't be able to get around Shadow, though, who fires at the net. Won't get credited for a shot. Dangerous placement on their side. Ball boomed up high. It's going to roll around the corner. Provide a chance for Squirt to clear. Alex taking the ball off the side. Will miss out. Was anticipating the touch from Scarlet Daggers, but it's not going to go through. Big pinch up to the ceiling. Jose takes the boost. Alters too slow to catch up. Bry counters. Won't be able to find a chance. trying to help out Uzi, but gets caught in the rotation. Uzi tries to fire. Is trying to do everything on his own. With the way he's been scoring, I am not surprised. With the way he's found his shots, I would agree. However, get a little bit more congested, even on your own back porch. Bry, off to the side. It's going to provide a chance here. Thank you for the follow, Snowy Kami. Big booming shot from Bry. Not going to be enough. Good save from Shadow, who's already picked up 3 saves. That's where after the half, taken out once again by Alters. Alex the One taking out his frustration on Bry. Not going to be allowing anyone to capitalize on these demo plays. Alters going to carry this one away. Alex the One's the last one back. Big booming clear. Got to hold on to that possession when you have a chance. Ball towards the net. No one's there, though. It's going to roll across. Bry trying to help out. Big booming clear. Chance on the left side. Oh, little Uzi a bit early. Just ran out on his clip. I'm sorry, I mean boost at the end. Bry going for the 1v1 play. No, denied. Uzi forced to make a save on low boost. And then gets punished for it. Bry, whew, lucky clear. Gets punished once again. Ball towards center. Ball at the net. Double fake from everyone involved on that touch. Uzi, oh, can't react in time. It's going to be Bry sending out to the corner. This is the first time we've gone the longest without a single team picking up the goal. I imagine it's either going to be a passing play from Jose to Alex the One to get the goal for Not Moist and the victory, or it's going to be Lil Uzi Squirt will find a chance to solo play, carrying it off and away. But they cannot fall into bad habits here on the side of Scarlet Daggers. Did I say it's going to be a passing play from Jose to Alex the One? Reverse that. Jose off center. Alex the One finding that left side post. Listen, I was technically right. I would still make money if I made a bet here. 35 seconds left to go. Jose's not going to give this one up. You can see Alex and Shadow both playing back. Uzi looking for a pass over to Alter. It's going to be denied. Cut off. Right down center line. Shadow fires towards the net. Pick up by Bry. Carry through. Ball centered at the half-court line. Uzi wants to get the hit in. Instead, it's going to be Alters off the right post. 12 seconds left. It's the end of Scarlet Daggers' postseason run. Are they going to be knocked out here in quarterfinals? Can they find a chance? Alters sends it over to the left. Shadow's going to let this ball drop. That's going to be Not Moist taking the victory. Ooh. Not Moist. Team that went 3-3 throughout the regular season. I'm being told that I think some of those forfeits or there's some interesting backstory. You're very welcome, Jose. Great casting, y'all, by the way. Upset, yeah, what McMaster is correct. Thank you for the follow, by the way. McMaster is correct. It is an upset by seeding standards. By the way the score line looks at the end of the day, a 4-1 team lost to a team who was 3-3. Albeit they're technically 4-3 if we count that first round of the playoffs, because Scarlet Daggers got a bye. They played so well, they got a bye. I can look at here, 5-1 now, now 5-2, 5-3 for Not Moist at the moment. I have to be pretty proud of that performance. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with that as well. Well, folks, with that in mind, I'm actually going to quickly switch a scene over really quick, because I have more action coming up for y'all tonight as well. This is not the only series I am casting. It's only the series I am casting for this hour. We're going to get, when we come back, folks, we're going to come back to Cross Progression League, which is a different league. They're heading into their final week of the regular season before they head off into playoffs, which will be a tournament bracket for them. And it's going to be a team that I am very, very excited to cast. It is going to be Oasis Knights versus SP Lethargy. Both these teams are 5-0 with a 2-loss and game series different. There are a top 4 teams, the top 4 contenders, 2 of them are in the same bracket. They are in the same group C for a cross progression league, and I cannot wait to cast these folks again because I know Oasis Knights played well. I covered them early on back in December, and now I get to cover them once again, this time up against the folks over at SP Lethargy. Let me quickly set up the screen real quick, and then you all can see this with me as well. But overall, a fantastic series throughout the night. I have not been more pleased with how both teams have performed so far. It's been such a nice night. Folks, once again, and about 2 hours, 10 minutes from now, I'll be coming back live for that Cross Progression League Tier 2 Week 7. That's GC1, GC2, between 2 5-0 teams with a, goodness gracious, let me double check. I can actually just grab that spreadsheet right now for both teams. I love covering this action so much, folks. I need y'all to understand how much fun covering these teams is. There we go. They have, oh, I apologize. It's 4-0, 5-0. I believe actually it's supposed to be 5-0, 5-0. Neither team has lost this season. Actually, good question for Oasis Knights here. I just want to check something. Their X-Pro Esports match did not get counted. Weird. I thought that was something from earlier. But you can see here they are currently 15-6 for Oasis Knights, and then 15-4 for SP Lethargy. The only teams who have done better are Golden Hour Esports Sunrise and Group B, and 100X Orbit, who are 6-0 at 18-1. Those are the only 2 teams who have done better, and they're not even in the same group. So, folks, with that in mind, please come back in about 2 hours to join me once again. My name is Scarlet. Daggers were 4-2. I was told 5-1 from Grandior, by the way, Akuma. Let me double check that. Yeah, Scarlet Dagger said 5-1 for them, so could be some cross confusion here. Maybe there was a bye or a forfeit that happened. Either way, both these teams played fantastically well. Folks, we're gonna go ahead and get out for the moment. I will be back in a couple hours to cover the next series for you. So please don't go too far away. I will catch y'all later. Take care.